Okay, Christina here to listen to some music, and today's music selection is Since I've Been Loving You by Led Zeppelin. This channel is still brand new, and I'm just now getting to know this band through the reactions here on this channel. I've always known about Led Zeppelin, but I've never taken a closer listen, so here's my chance. I have one of the reaction to them already on the channel. That's Whole Lotta Love. You can check that out if you want to. And if this is anything like that, I'm in for a real treat. Okay, so like I said, this channel is brand new, so be sure to like and subscribe. You can visit me over on Patreon. In fact, over on Patreon, the top tier, you can make one request each month of a song that I react to. And the community over there is just a whole lot of fun. We talk about music. You help me decide what to listen to. It's all very appreciated. Okay, let's listen. All right, here we go. Is this Jimmy Page? He's a guitarist, right? Okay, so this obviously is coming in, since this is a live performance, from a previous song, kind of a fade out, fade in situation. And so far I'm enjoying sort of the psychedelic, the tripling, quadrupling of the video of the guitarist. Pretty fancy. I really like the mellow tone, the mellow mood of this song so far. Very different from Whole Lotta Love. It's almost crooning, but it's still bluesy. I'm going to have to back this up and watch just a little bit more of this guitar solo here, because what a fun thing to start this performance with an amazing guitar solo. I am already impressed. You can see those fingers. They know where they're going. It's off the cuff, but they still have direction. And that's the sign of a really good improv musician. So let's back it up a little bit and let's see more of his genius. I think I can call it that already.
Baby, to 11 every night. Oh yeah, it really makes love a drag, drag, drag. People, I know you don't think that's right. I've really been the best of food. Oh yes, but I did what I could. Yes, I did. Oh, I love you more. Yes, I love you, baby. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby, since I...
All right. Whew. This is great. The end of the guitar solo. Every little detail that you can see on those fingers. The bending, the vibrato speed is just right, in my opinion at least, for a guitar. Sometimes it's too wide, sometimes it's too narrow. This is just right. And you can see the palette that he has to choose from on what to do in his solos. He has so many shades of colors to use. And every motion that he does, he can do it effortlessly. And then he hands it off to Robert Plant. In my Whole Lotta Love reaction, I brought up the idea that Robert Plant uses his voice not necessarily like a lead singer all the time, but just another instrument in the band. And when he started singing, it wasn't that he was just taking over from the guitar. It was a duet for those first few moments, to the point where you even question, now wait, is something actually going to be happening here? Is this the start of the story that they're going to tell? Or has it already been happening? All right, and so lyrics always come to me last. I always have to kind of work hard to hear them. But I'm hearing something about being stuck at work and time is passing slowly, but, you know, and then it's just not right. And he was doing his best for the person in his life that he loves. I'm assuming this is sort of either a love song or a lament, or is it a breakup song? Let's back it up a little bit and see how it works out. Okay. The brilliance. I love this conversation that the vocalist is having with the guitar. It's so great. They're imitating one another. Oh, I love it. And then the previous place where I stopped it, right at that moment, there was this little groovy percussive thing that came in. Whew. Hopefully that comes back. I really loved it. And if not, ooh, what a tease. It was almost syncopated for just a moment. It was really, really neat. I really hear a lot of blues in this. And so I don't know what all of Led Zeppelin's main influences are necessarily, but it's got to be blues, jazz, maybe even a little gospel. I feel like they're really professing something. Let's find out what it is. What are you guys trying to tell us here? All right. Heard another little tease of the drumming in there, just the energy really coming in. And speaking of energy, this, like I said before, this, comparing it to the other one I've done the reaction to, Whole Lotta Love, this is a really different kind of energy. It's way more mellow and laid back, but it's bubbling underneath, and I love that. I love it. I love the two leads, the lead singers. It's Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, the vocals and the guitar. It is a double concerto, which means two equal soloists. But I'm also hearing a few more voices come in the background. I'm hearing the jazz organ. And then, of course, the drum beat here. It is amazing. It sets the whole mood. It's sort of like the crust of the pizza, and then you have all the flavors on top. So even without the words, I'm just catching, it's just more about love. It's more about the mood. It's more about the colors of the piece. Okay, let's continue on.
Tears, they fell like rain. Don't you see them falling? Baby, can't you see them falling? Ow! Can't you see them falling? Now you listen. Just you listen.
All right, got to add a few more things in here. And for those of you that don't like the stopping and the starting again, I apologize. I don't want this video to get blocked, so this is the best way I can get this out there. Plus, there's just so much that is going through my head here. I won't be able to remember all of it by the time I get to the end. There's just way too much here. I do promise that I go back and listen to these songs as a whole, especially like in my editing process. And, you know, the whole thing here with the channel here really immerses me in this music, and I get to know it so well. And for that, I am very grateful. Okay, I'm starting to learn their personalities, their musicianship, the different individual style. I love the stance of the guitarist. So Jimmy Page, he doesn't actually move around too much, and he sort of has almost a smile on his face when he plays. As a musician, an instrumentalist, when I am performing, sometimes I remember to have a smile on my face, and sometimes I'm working so hard that I don't. I try not to have a scowl. You don't want to do that. I think it's interesting to see the stance of Jimmy Page and of Robert Plant. So Jimmy Page is a little more stoic, and Robert Plant is a little bit more matter of fact. He stands there, he puts his hands on his hips, and he's just like, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened, and this is how I'm dealing with it. And wow, that mane of hair that he has, that is some of the most gorgeous hair I've ever seen. He was built to be on stage. And that voice, so I am a bit of a vocalist, so I know what it takes to produce a solid tone without straining the vocal cords. And so what he is able to do, that scratchy tone that he has, it is just so completely unique, and I love it. As a classical musician, we work so much, like I said, on getting that clear tone on whatever instrument we're playing. So when you purposely, and there are some things, for instance, with string players, there's something called sul ponticello, which means you take the bow and you play it really close to the bridge, which is where the strings stand up over the top of the bridge, and it gives that scratchy tone. So Robert Plant full on sings sul ponticello. I don't have that kind of voice, so I don't really know how you can do that, but I just know sometimes when I have a cold, if I have a cold, then it kind of does that. He's amazing. He's amazing. I caught a few more words also. So he was confronted. This love of his life came over, walked up to his front door and said, I don't want you anymore. Wow. So I'm feeling it. There's a lot of emotion going on here. All right. And the energy is still bubbling underneath. And I really want to see where we end up with it. Does it just kind of fade away? Is this a moment of tears? Like, oh my gosh, right? Waterworks going here. He's talking about crying and crying. Wipe my tears. Get him to stop. You know, he's heartbroken. Poor guys. I wonder who this was written about. If you know, leave it in the comments. I'd love to know who broke up and had the inspiration to write this song. Somebody did. Wow. So this was truly a depiction of somebody's heartbreaking. Again, whose? I don't know. But somebody had a very clear idea of what that feels like. So this band is so creative. With Whole Lotta Love, it was about the form and showcasing each member of the band. With this one, this was truly a duet and just a clear visualization of a broken heart. It was bluesy. It was heartfelt. You could almost hear the heart beating. And a lot of the time it was pretty slow. But then there'd be a flashback of a good memory or talking about a bad memory, like when she came to break up with him. And then the heartbeat goes a little faster. And that was kind of maybe what that energy is that I was feeling underneath. And so how did it end? It wound down. And I loved the riff that the guitarist played, that Jimmy Page played. Oh, and the little pitch bend, sort of a chord resolution that was really obvious and in your face. It established it first, and then the next one down, and it's sort of like da 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 da. Like it had to happen. Da da. You had to hear that next one, and it was going so slow there at the end. Whew, edge of your seat. I mean, that's good music writing. When you are introduced to a motif, an idea in the piece, and all you can do is want it to come back. And I also really loved how the drums at the very end did not just fade away. So yeah, the guitar was playing that little bending pitch motif to close down the song, but the drums all of a sudden were very present and really closed the book on that chapter in someone's life. Oh, it's so good, so good, so good, so good. So obviously I know, like as far as the band goes, I know Page and Plant, and so I'm getting to know the other two. I know they're the Johns. I know there's so much more of these guys to listen to, so I know I will get to know them even better. Again, I keep hearing a lot about this particular concert back in 1973. You could tell they were in their prime. Was this the beginning of a tour? Was it the end of a tour? Because they seemed to really know what to do with the song, but they weren't tired of it yet. So feel free to leave tidbits about this particular performance in the comments if there are other songs from this performance. I think there have been some others that have been recommended, but like I said, this channel is brand new. We're just getting started, so we've got lots of time. Okay, and like I say at the end of all my videos, just remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be okay and keep listening.